let's update you guys on this Josh Giddey story. You guys remember this story. Josh Giddey, the 21-year-old forward for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Damn good player.
Allegedly, and again, I am here and sitting in front of you telling you I don't believe it to be true. I really, until it's proven, Josh Giddey allegedly had a sexual relationship with a 15-year-old girl. That's the story that's being spread. The Newport Beach Police, Southern California, one of the most affluent neighborhoods in Southern California, put out a statement today, basically begging anybody to come forward. Anyone who may be able to provide additional information on this case is encouraged to contact Detective at. Well, why are they doing that? Because the 15-year-old girl and her family will not cooperate. They're refusing to talk to the police. Now, I don't know why that is. And again, I'm not the guy that's going to sit here and tell you, oh, well, they paid her off. We don't know if that happened. Here's what I know. Josh Giddey is being investigated by a police department for sexual assault with a 15-year-old girl. Why is he still playing basketball? Oh, innocent until proven guilty. Yeah, you got to take him off the court. You got to take him off the court. You can't have him playing in your games. That's what I would say. And this right here is all the evidence you need that something happened and Josh Giddey needs to step away to handle personal business. I'm not telling you to suspend Josh Giddey. What I'm telling you is he can't be on your basketball team right now. You want to let him practice and work out? Okay, cool. He can't be on the team. He cannot travel with the team. He cannot play in games. He cannot be at home games.
Dude, the idea that he is suggests that OKC is not concerned. You know, it supports the thought process that, you know, of what people have been saying that, hey, OKC is good with this. That they're not concerned. There's nothing here. You know, this is largely conjecture, you know, speculation, blown out of proportion type stuff. And I don't know if that's what it is. I don't know if he did it. The problem is nobody knows anything. That's the problem. So if the girl and the family aren't going to talk and OKC is no commenting, then this thing just needs to die. And frankly, it's a difficult thing if you're the Thunder because you don't want to sit him down. He's a key part of your team.
You don't want to, but don't you have to? I think you have to at this point. But I don't think there's any doubt about it.
Here's my thing. I don't disagree that he should have been sat down. But the problem is I think you're past that now because you've allowed him to play. So we're at a point now where this thing is ongoing and you've just said, yeah, he's going to play and no comment and there's not going to be further comment. And you're just saying, all right, we're just going to play through this thing. And I think the hard part, and this is what I was saying about Adam Silver's role in this, is that the NBA hasn't done anything here. The NBA hasn't, the NBA is investigating. Great. Well, who cares?
I think we're at a point where you got to stop no commenting. There is a 15-year-old girl involved.
Allegedly.
And no, not allegedly. She's involved. There is no doubt about it. When you have the Newport Beach Police, you know, issuing a statement about Josh Giddey and a female minor, there's a minor involved. You got to sit him down. You got to sit him down. There's no more, hey, innocent until proven guilty. Hey, this is our guy. Well, he's your guy, but yeah, he's being investigated for an inappropriate relationship with a minor child. So it's time to sit him down. And I think that that is the only thing that you can do because it is not allegedly that he's involved with this girl. Big shout out, Katie Rader, gifted 5 Monty Show memberships. Let's go. Appreciate you. Thank you, Katie Rader. Where are you guys at on this? Jeff Woodworth says it's no longer lock up your daughters when Motley Crue is in town. Now it's when OKC is in town. I'm struggling. I'll be honest with you. Our members only group is pretty loose. We have a good time in there. I'm struggling with all the people making jokes about Josh Giddey and this girl. I'm struggling with it. This is something that I think is hideous. I think it's heinous. I think if Josh Giddey did this, he should be in prison, not in practice. I think this is a huge problem.
Mm-hmm.
And I have trouble joking about it. I just don't think it's, with all due respect to you, Jeff, and everybody else, because everybody's been joking about it.
I think what's difficult is that we just don't know anything. And the minimum with this whole situation is, I'm a big believer that if you're going to even come anywhere near this type of line, you're going to even fool around with this on any level, you deserve the heat that's coming to you. I'm not saying we should be joking about it, but I am saying he deserves all the criticism that's come his way whether he did this or not.
I agree.
Because the idea that you'd even be in the same conversation as a minor female is incredible to me. I mean, again, I look at this team and what he's around every day, and I feel like he's got good examples. SGA hasn't been in trouble at all. SGA's been the prime example of a professional, improving his game, doing everything you'd want him to do. And yet, what is Josh Giddey come in here and do at a minimum? And again, I'm not saying he's guilty of doing this, but what I am saying he's guilty of is being in the middle of a scandal. That's the minimum. You're in the middle of an off the court, scandal or issue or whatever adjective you want to use to describe this situation. You have off the court issues, man. And in our members only group, all of my Thunder folks, including James Knight, Salty, and all those people, we're talking about how Giddey looks disinterested on the floor and he looks distracted.
He does.
And
he's
not playing his best ball for obvious reasons. And so I don't know. I think if you're the Thunder, the proper thing would have been to suspend him immediately. Just right out the gate. Hey,
but do you suspend him? I don't think you suspend him. I think he's just going to step away from basketball for now. That's what it is. I'd pay him. I don't think you could suspend him. I think you put him on the commissioner's list and you pay him. It is what it is. I don't. Mm-hmm. You can't have him around, because if he's eventually found to have done this, you're in real trouble.
It hadn't really crossed my mind what you said about the police report. I do think it's damning that the police report says, hey, there's a minor involved. Just on any level. Hey. Yeah.
The alleged relationship between professional basketball player Josh Giddey and a female minor. The Newport Beach Police Department is actively seeking additional information related to these allegations and pursuing all leads and evidence to obtain the facts of the case. They're looking at Josh Giddey for a alleged relationship with a minor. He cannot be around the team. It's not alleged anymore. Right? Like it's a tough situation.
I think that statement, I'll be honest, I think that statement, without explicitly saying it, says, hey, something went on here between these two and we just can't prove it.
Yeah.
But we're well aware of what it is.
Kaufman says, I've lost weight since going to Bucked Up. Well, absolutely,
Kaufman.
I have. I appreciate that as well. I know it's a battle. I battle with it. Mike Smith, Josh Giddey story, and here we are off with the cringe jokes. Seriously, dude. And I wish you guys wouldn't, and I know you will. I wish you wouldn't. Team JPC times 3.
First comment on the show, don't suck.
Taking Giddey under any stat on Prize Picks if they keep playing him. Well,
there is that.
You're not wrong. And it's, we didn't know any of this was going on, and I don't know if this is part and parcel of it. I would tell you Chet Holmgren's the rookie of the year right now. And a lot of it is because Josh Giddey has been very bad at times. And when he has a big game, Chet Holmgren does not. When Chet has a big game, Josh Giddey is not having big games. And now I think some of it is that he's been dealing with this. And that's understandable, I think. When you're being, I don't know, was he being blackmailed? This was certainly on his radar, right? Katie Rader, I'm new to energy stuff, Monty, and Bucked Up is quite good. Make sure your health can take it. Yeah, I think you need to understand what it does and what the particular product is meant to do. Like if you're on a pre-workout, there are Bucked Up makes what's called low stim, far less caffeine, or high stim, tons more caffeine. You have to understand how that impacts you. Collagen peptides, whey protein, buckshots. Like you need to understand, hey, how do these things work? What are they supposed to do? And you have to understand that, hey, some products aren't going to be for you. Maybe you're just a high stim guy and not a low stim guy, right? You have to be willing to, to understand that. But Katie Rader, yeah, I think Bucked Up has made a huge, I know Bucked Up has made a huge impact on my health. And I'm absolutely here for it. Let's see. Mike Smith, just hope the whole thing gets sorted out. Really bad situation all the way around. Agree with Monty. Not going to judge people, but the Giddey jokes are too cringe for me. It's rough. I can't do it. The Todd father, also think we shouldn't judge this girl and her family for trying to be private about this. I know it's unusual in today's society, but they are doing the right thing. Her name's out there. And you'll note we have not shared her social accounts because it's just not, there's no reason for it. But I don't think there's any doubt that at some point a check's going to be written. A wire transfer is going to be sent. There's no question. And if she's underage, that's the least of what Josh Giddey should be lucky to do.
Mm-hmm.
That is absolutely
totally
the least.
Agree, man.
Boyd Lake, why does an NBA player need to go that young for a girlfriend?
And that's the biggest question in the whole thing is like, hey, like even the whole idea of, hey, he can get anyone who he wants. I even put that aside and just say, hey, like, you're an NBA player. Like, I think people don't quite understand how hard you got to work to work yourself into this situation in addition to being an NBA player.
It's wild.
Dude, NBA players, their routine is rigorous, man. And I'm not just talking about the travel. You're talking about, hey, man, like we're at the arena on game night. Like, you're playing your game typically. What would you say? They're at the facility till 11, midnight, like maybe later?
You have an NBA player's game day is usually up by about 7. You're at the arena between 9 and 10. You're back at your crib probably by 12:30. You're probably going to, at that point, you would have eaten lunch. So you're going to take probably a 90-minute nap. And you are going to be back at the arena by about 5 o'clock. And you're probably home. If you're at home, you're probably home by 11. If you're on the road, you're on an airplane and you're going to your next city. So I understand how it happens. It doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it right. James says NBA players need to date women who have their degree. Make sure they're over 21. Seriously. It's ridiculous. Eric says, thanks for the membership. Thank you, guys. Kaufman, Giddey should not be on the team, in my opinion. Not right now. He shouldn't. Not right now. Boss Frog, who's been a member for 4 months.
Go, boss.
I'm for real, Boss Frog says. Amen to that. Jeff Woodworth, age of consent should not be the standard. Morality should supersede legality. Yes, it should.
To which I say we have no idea what the hell happened here.
Yeah.
And whether he just did this straight up, whether it was blackmail, who the hell knows? But what I do know is anytime you're involved in this, it does not end well for you.
The Los Angeles Lakers are not good. Bro. I don't know if they're just playing poorly, but we have the Laker game on in the background, and the Lakers are not good right now. I mean, their offense is dysfunctional. Now, my guy Anthony Davis already has 10 combined points, rebounds, and assists, so let's go.
Right.
Only 28 and a half more to go, but the Lakers are not good right now. The Lakers are not good. Mike Smith, 16 is the age of consent in more states than not. However, not sure it would apply anywhere. It appears she was 15, even though, you're 21 and an NBA player. What are you doing?
But let's say that she was, like, let's say that the age of consent thing was proper and legally this is fine. Let's say that that's the case. Even then, you still look like an absolute awful person.
You look like a dirtbag, dude.
You look terrible. I mean, the idea that you're, what is he, 20?
She's a high school kid, bro.
And you're out here playing professional basketball, and that's what you chose to do. I'm not even here to say, oh, that's the best you could do. I'm not even saying that.
No.
I'm saying, hey, you chose to mess around with a girl this age. That's on you, bro.
Come on. James, did you guys hear about the Utah State quarterback who's going to stop playing football so he can enter Navy SEAL training? We did. Appreciate you bringing that up, James. I want to switch gears real quick because I have been trying to talk about the NFL for a week, and we've just not been able to get away from all this NBA and all this college football. All of our NFL talk on the Monty Show, presented by Sound Sleep Medical. SoundSleepMedical.com/Monty. Make sure you guys go get it done. Listen, we've had so many people that have thanked us because they went in and got the free at-home sleep study at Sound Sleep Medical, and it will absolutely change the way you live your life. Again, you guys, I will just tell you, I got 8 hours of sleep last night. I got 2 hours of REM sleep. I'm sleeping really well right now. And a lot of it is I'm in good shape. I've lost weight and I don't snore anymore. If you're somebody that snores, if you're somebody that has sleep apnea, now you may say, well, I snore, but I don't have sleep apnea. How do you know? Hey, I have sleep apnea, but there's no but. If you're somebody that is gasping for air, if your wife wakes you up because you're gasping for air in the middle of the night, or you're waking your wife up, because sleep apnea knows no limitations. It's women and men. I am begging you to get to soundsleepmedical.com/Monty. Get your free at-home sleep study. And their solution for your snoring and your sleep apnea is a mouthpiece that you wear at night. It moves your lower jaw forward. That clears your airway so you can breathe freely. Your brain can get the rest and recovery it needs. So you guys understand that when you snore and you have sleep apnea, your brain is not getting oxygen. Your brain is being damaged, and you can't undo that. Early onset dementia is a symptom, a long-term byproduct of sleep apnea. You're doing damage to your brain that you can't undo. You need REM sleep. You need deep sleep. You need restorative sleep so you can have your best days, right? And the best part about working with Sound Sleep Medical, it's a custom device fit by a dentist. Your health insurance covers it. Your cafeteria accounts, your healthcare spending accounts, they all cover it. There's no out-of-pocket expense, man. Go get it done. SoundSleepMedical.com/Monty. Make sure you tell me you heard about it on the Monty Show.